one team in the country, the BYU Cougars. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense takes the field. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So BYU's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look...
The expressway is wide open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. BYU trying to make this red zone trip pay off. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Good right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points, because this dude is automatic.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. The returner will field it and bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Ripping through the defense. Oh, returns like that just swing the momentum. Almost took it to the house. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. First down here for the offense. Handoff to the lone back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
The give to the back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, third and long coming up.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fair catch called for and made. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't.
Got a lot of running room. The 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, West Virginia.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it first and 10 from the 41. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Now they've got it at the 44 on first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Fires the pass, intercepted. The interception stopped the threat. as he crosses midfield and gets it to the 49. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got it in the middle. It's Shelton. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. On the move. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
This defense is making life hard on the quarterback early in the game. We're only in the first quarter. They've already got a pick, and that time they swat another one away, man. They are breaking on the ball.
Dropping back, it's Burton. He finds his man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it! Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
And the Mountaineers trying... On 1st and goal.
Green 25.
The aerial assault continues. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. This offense has converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. A 3rd time would put... And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Never a doubt. right down the middle. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Throws to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Move the chains with that completion now on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Burton. Gets rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And they'll knock him down.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge...
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Fighting off the defender. On the move at the 30. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. BYU now into the red zone. Power football with the run. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Snagged in the middle. It's Phillips. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougars!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Running back searching for a hole. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game